Today we're going to Crebt City. It's basically a hole in the ground, so I always have a hard time finding it. This section is going to be really short. There's not a whole lot. There's basically one puzzle. Two, if you want the chest, that's not worth it. Alright, so here we're going to be, there's going to be a little bit of a storyline. Once you beat this area, aka go into the boss and beat it, you cannot return. I'll show that at the end. But you just go straight down. You need to walk. I haven't been able to find anything in this area. If you have in this spot, let me know. It's just another hallway. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to put my glyphing wards. Here you go. This chest is only worth it for the miracle loot if you still need one. There's been a billion of them we've had this game. Interact with it with like a space bar. That's what I use. Alright. There's the two items. Go left. If you go right too early, you won't be able to do anything. You're looking for a computer disk. The computer disk will open up the computer, which will open up one door. And that's that one right above us, not the other one, the further one to the left. None of those doors will open, ever, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. I want to keep going up. You will see me bump into these little grass patches every once in a while. You can't walk through them, so be careful. Speedrunning this section would be kind of annoying because you could just stop yourself on those. Anyways, we're at the computer. We're going to just interact with it. It'll open. You'll get the little sound effect to go with it. And we'll just keep going. And we're going to walk. And then there's going to be basically another pit we go into if we go straight up. Obviously no monsters because of the glyphs. At the end I will kind of do a little bit of a show. It'll be marked in the description just like everything else where the time period is. Alright, passwords KUPC. If you want to remove a letter because you typed it wrong, press X and then you can re-input it. If you do forgot password, it'll give you a hint. I believe they're all capital letters, the KUPC. So it's just one of those standard puzzles. All right. By the way, for your passwords, don't have them be 4 letters long. The formula is based on the length and number of combinations. The longer it is, the more secure it is. It's, you know, x to the power of n. All right, so we're just going to push these away. This is for the half damaged elements. So we're going to have to push this one up. And then that lets us get through it. It always takes me a second just to remember how to do this. If you screw up, you're going to have to leave to reset the boulders, which they should reset. It's not worth it if you did miss it. But if you're a completionist and you want every chest, sorry, you're going to have to get this one. And then we're going to hop over to the boss fight and get going. Yeah, I realized I had some of the equipment from last time. So I'm going to go through, save. That was a weird cut. I forgot to equip something. I was going to try and get a poison trigger on this boss fight. Spoilers, I didn't. I believe I have gotten it with the Imperial Blade, but it's not a huge deal if you don't. We're setting up for a fight with Terminus, which he's just going to run away because he's a bad guy, and why would we care? He's surprised we're alive. So he's going to send off a bodyguard that he disabled here. It's kind of impressive that he got in because of our secure 4-letter password. Alright, so he's going to hit you off, and he's just going to stun everyone. You can do a stun pendant or whatever, but he's never going to kill your guys. So, yeah. Look, he stunned 3 of us. And we're just going to be just fine. As far as I'm aware, can't be stunned, can't be blind. Serpent's Rush didn't seem to poison him consistently. I'm still fairly certain you can get a poison proc with the dual weapon, but I crit for 1 billion, so it's hard to tell. That purple sword is just to show that the death strike won't actually kill him that you get. You beat that from beating the Rift Monument, which was the episode prior. It's an optional area. It's okay. you by no means have to do it. If you're a completionist, have fun. Look at my speed run. It's a little bit more exact on what to do for that. Otherwise, we're just going to keep hitting him for 60,000 points of damage, and we hurt, so it won't take long, especially with the attack boost. I could have done that with my other characters, but I felt it was unneeded. A disclaimer I forgot to mention at the beginning is that once you beat this area, a couple of towns will be destroyed. It shouldn't be a big deal, but you won't be able to enter them as far as I'm aware. Not that you should need to. Our first little castle that we went to, you can still go to if you forgot to get the pin and you want to put it in and get the image. And you can still get the chest there if you didn't get the dirge chest. I did double check that. But you can only go into the castle. You can't go anywhere else because it gets destroyed. The demon hold will get destroyed, so you can't go back there except for the final spot where everything else is blocked off and you have to go in and fight the boss. And that's it. We're going to get a cutscene of the places being destroyed. Then we're going to, well, I should say me. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you that you can't re-enter this location just as proof. And there we go. I will leave this story section timestamped so you can skip it if you don't want to. If you're curious as to what happens, I am going through it a little fast, so you might want to go through it on your own, but I will still hold it. I had it in all the other videos, so I might as well. Next episode, I believe, will be our last for this guide, explicitly on the story. I think I'm going to do a couple more fun videos because I really did enjoy making these. Thanks everyone who did end up watching any or all of these, even if it's future me who forgot to do something and I just look at this, or if it's just someone else who wanted to play the game. Additionally, always make sure to check out the description. I don't have any socials or anything in there, but I do have some links to either an old forum post based on whatever I'm talking about, for example, the DLC for the game, or just something else I found that related. I also have a Google Sheet shared that has all of the monster stats as well as the weaknesses and strengths. Again, that is in the description. I think it's pretty helpful. So far, it hasn't been wrong from what I've done. I did not make it. I will try and make sure to give them credit where credit's due. I don't recall the name off the top of my head for recording, but I will either leave a little note on the video or I'll leave a note in the description where you should visit and thank them profusely. I might even include a link to the Steam guide that I got it from, so you can go ahead and thank them. It's a lot of work doing this. It doesn't give the monster location, but it does give anything else you'd really want. I guess it doesn't give the drops either, but if you want that, I can include it. I wanted to show off that little collision box again. Right, so we're going to be re-entering. We're going to go in, there's going to be no cutscene, everything looks normal, and we're standing in the void, and I'm pressing down, pressing all directions, and it just doesn't work. So you can't do that. Another interesting thing is, so normally you get blocked off because there's that war going on, but we just watched them all die. So you can't go in through there, and you can't go in through the other way where you get the mithril sword. Alright, we're going to go through the monsters really quick. This is the boss. You kind of see how I beat him. Should be straightforward. This is the yellow slime. Generic slime, pretty easy to beat. This is one of the monsters you can run into. The drop isn't that great. Drop isn't that great for this one, but it's manageable. Take care, and enjoy the outro, and have a lovely day.